all my life up to about 30 years old. All I wanted to do was make money, get paid, and get rich. And I, couldn't ever get above $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 a year, which is, again, it's good money, but it's definitely not rich. And I tried everything. I tried hard. I was working 80, 100 hours a week. I did everything. Well, one day comes along and I see this little dude in the back. He's a cool dude, speaks English, but not a lot of it. His wife comes in and his kids come in. He's a really cool family and they all love each other, but the kids are real quiet and the wife is very, shy and kind of timid. And so was he kind of, he was proud and, hardest worker at the whole place. He had a little bit of a depressed state about him. Well, I told him, hey, let me teach you how to sell, close, and persuade, and move you up front. Let's get you making some money. And he didn't really believe in himself. He didn't believe that he could. And I said, listen, I tell him a lot of stories, and I ultimately close him on letting me do it. So I bring him up front. Next thing you know, he goes to minimum wage to 15, 20 grand a month selling cars. His wife, his kids, they started coming around. New clothes, new hairstyles. They started looking you in the eye. They were laughing. They were dancing. They were having fun. The wife was proud. Everybody was walking. She was swinging a purse. I mean, life was good. He got a lot more confident. He got a lot more comfortable. He came out of his freaking shell and became even a better human being. It's almost like he blossomed and his family blossomed. And I watch all of this good blossoming happen simply from showing him how to make more money. I've always just wanted to make myself money. I never worried about other people. Now I'm like, okay, and if I closed a deal or I sold something, it was to get paid. It was always for me. What's crazy is most people don't realize that if you really want to sell people, stop selling them and start helping them, because your frequency changes. And when your frequency changes, what you attract changes. You'll get more deals just because people will sense that you want to help them and not just sell them for your own good. So here this dude is, his family blossoms. I want to feel that again. I thought it was cool. I was a little bit selfish. I'm like, man, that felt good. At the end of the day, man, that's when I saw the impact of getting the knowledge from the person who had it, which is me, to the person who needed it, which is him. And it also reminded me of my dad, because my dad was a hardworking dad, had a bunch of kids, barely could feed them, go out to a restaurant once in a while as a treat, and he'd tell us exactly what we're having because he only had so much that we could spend. One year, we didn't have anything for Christmas, but he still thought about us because he cut a hole in my pockets so I'd have something to play with. One time I was at a 10X and I told that story. And some girl afterwards came up and I thought she was laughing and having fun, but her lip was twitching and she was really upset because I said my dad cut holes in my pockets so I'd have something to play with. She walked up to me and I said, hey, talk to my wife. She's right here. And I walked away. All right. So anyway, long story short, the guy, blossoms, his family blossoms. He's in a great mood. And I'm like, man, this feels good. I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to go set up a training company and I'm going to help other people do this. So I do that. I quit. I start a training company, go out on the road. 3 or 4 months later, I realized, man, this ain't working. Why? I wasn't able to get people to make a bunch of money like I used to. Like before, I could take someone out of Burger King, take someone out of the back of the dealership. I could train somebody to make money instantly. But when I went out on the road and tried to do it myself, I couldn't, and I couldn't figure out why. So then ultimately that led me to the 4 key ingredients to effective training. Training your people requires 4 things. Good content, got to know the right way to do it. Repetition, got to do it enough times to get good at it. Practice, which most people just miss altogether. And then accountability. So it's, again, good content, repetition, practice, and accountability. If those are not involved, it's not a training system. You're exposing them to some information is basically what you're doing. And I don't know about you, but exposure, like in Alaska, could get you killed. Exposure in frickin' Las Vegas could get you arrested. At the end of the day, you don't want to expose your customers. You don't want to expose your employees. You want to train your employees. You want to train your customers. In order to train them, there has to be good content, repetition, practice, and accountability. So I realized those 4 ingredients because I couldn't train these people because all I was doing was bringing the good content. So I couldn't impact any more lives. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm out here, I quit my job so I could freaking go help other people. Now I'm not seeing it, I'm not doing it. I can't achieve it for one reason or another. So I said, let me see what I was doing at this company. And I realized I was giving them the good content, but I was also practicing with them all the time. I was repeating it with them all day, every day. And then ultimately I was holding them accountable because they worked for me. With my own company, I wasn't doing the 3 things. I was only doing the 1 thing. And so I said, I need to figure out how to do all 4 things or stop doing it. And so that is really where I invented the Lightspeed BT interactive training system. It would allow me to train people as if I were in real life, asking real questions, just like I would have walked in the door and said it myself. I invented a solution for myself and then solved that problem for myself. And while I did that, I didn't realize it at the time, but I was also solving a problem for Tony Robbins, Zig Ziglar, Brian Tracy, John Maxwell, Grant Cardone, and the list goes on. I solved my problem, and at the same time, I solved a million other subject matter experts' problem. Why? Because they were trying to train people on their disciplines and techniques, and they were traveling all over the world, living out of suitcases, and I showed them a technology that they could license and basically create a virtual training system that companies could utilize to deliver good content with repetition, practice, and accountability. And then bang, old Jed's a millionaire. That's why people should try and help people and not sell people, because I tried to get rich, I tried to get rich, I tried to get rich. Didn't work. As soon as I stopped trying to get rich and I started trying to help other people get rich, it worked. So when I was doing it for myself, 30 years went by, it didn't work. Then I finally changed. I started worrying about other people. Broke the glass ceiling and haven't stopped since. If you want to be successful in life, get good at solving problems, seek to help other people. Don't worry about yourself so much. You'll be taken care of if you help other people in a massive way. Go out there and figure out how to help other people. You're going to be just fine. That's why you should help them instead of sell them. Your frequency changes when you seek to help instead of sell. See, if I want to sell you something here, my frequency is different. Why? My motive's different. Because what is my motive? I need to make a commission. I need to close you guys. Why? I need to pay rent. I need to get money. I want to get laid. I want to fly to Aruba. Who cares why? I need that money. I need that money. I need. It's about me. And the energy's towards me. I'm trying to get you to give me money. And when you switch that to helping people, right? I'm not here to sell you anymore. I'm now here to help you. Well, when I help you, it's like now my energy's flowing this way. And guess what happens? You start to attract more customers and more deals because they can feel that you're authentic. They can feel that you're sincere. The trust level goes up automatically. And trust is really, the glue that makes sales happen. Because if you truly want to sell somebody something, it's very simple. You raise the value of your product or service, higher than the value of their money. So if you can do that every time, you would make an exchange every time, because all you have to do is raise the value of your product or service higher than the value they have for their money. How do you do that? Aha! That's the sales training. That's where you might have to, spend a few hours getting good. A little practice, a little role play, a little accountability. Pretty soon you'll be a badass closing deals on both sides of the Mississippi. Or watch these next videos. There's a bunch of free sales training on this channel. Just go click here or here. If you like that, there's a whole lot more, but I need you to share, like, comment, and subscribe.